Hello everyone, welcome back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, we're going to continue on with the series here. Let's do a new character. Let's go with our girl Daisy. Seems appropriate since we did Luigi last. And same kart because this is my favorite. So yeah, same deal, 200cc, hard comms, normal items, 12 races in order. So last time we ended with Mount Wario, now let's start with Cloud Top Cruise, which is a personal favorite. And here we are. So yeah, we know all these races, let's just get into it. So last time I was talking about the bullet bill item, and on the topic of items in Mario Kart World, and that's what this is all about, this series, if you haven't seen it before. I've only done one video so far, but I just want to take time and talk about the new Mario Kart and how it compares to this one, which is probably the best so far. It technically still is the best Mario Kart because Mario Kart World is not out yet, so it still holds that crown for now. But the new items in Mario Kart World are interesting. First off, the Mega Mushroom, which is not a new item, it's a returning item from Wii, is great. I was really hoping that they would bring it back because it is a really cool item. Basically being semi-invincible, able to run others over and in a huge boost during the whole thing, and then able to go off-road. It's just a really awesome item that is a shame it's not in 8 Deluxe. And then, of course, the most interesting, in my opinion, is the feather. The feather, I feel like, could be a game changer, even though it is such a subtle thing. And I guess, yes, it is technically a new item, even though it is in this game, believe it or not. It's only in battle mode, though, for some reason. And basically all it's for is if you use it and then jump over another cart, it hurts them. It either pops and steals their balloon, if it's, balloon battle, or it steals coins if it is a coin battle, or it steals the shine if it's shine thief, etc. You get it. But that's all it really is. Oh wow, that was it. But the fact that it's not in the racing kind of makes sense for this game, because there's no real need to gain height. But in World, it is essential, because it's used immediately, it lunges you in the air, and then you're able to jump onto a wall or a rail that you couldn't get to because you already passed the start of it, or whatever, or to use it to jump onto some obstacle, which it seems like most obstacles in this game, in Mario Kart World, are hoppable, meaning you can land on them and then trick off of them to gain speed, which is really cool. The fact that there are so few of those in this game is sad, because I have been able to land on a car once or twice, and it either hurts you or just doesn't do anything and lunges you off in a really awkward manner. In this game, or excuse me, in World, however, it seems that you are going to be able to jump on almost anything. I've seen people jump off of cars, off of zebras in the Africa-themed world, or course rather, and that is just amazing. It's just going to incentivize you to hop more, the charge jump, or use the feather. And of course, though, the biggest deal, which I don't think you can do in battle mode, is the feather lets you dodge red shells, which is crazy. It means that first place is going to have more chances to avoid those cursed red shells, which I'm all for. I mean, I could imagine some kind of a scenario where it perfectly lines up, whoops, not like that, where you use it, dodge the red, and then land on a rail or something that you couldn't have previously, so it's just a double usage. That would be so epic, and I'm hoping that people can, do stuff like that and use the capture feature in the Switch to, document it and then upload it to sources like YouTube or Twitter or whatever, and people are just going to learn that, oh, you can do that, you can get up there, you can rail there, I mean, there's just going to be so much learning. The devs, Nintendo, have obviously put, years into how much each course has. There are crazy amounts of drivable areas just from the little bits that we've seen so far, which is crazy considering we've seen practically nothing. We haven't even seen every course in action, and there's supposedly 30 from what people have kind of roughly counted from the map that they showed, which, technically is less. I mentioned that last time. It is less than usual. It seems like this game started with 32 and other games have, and but I think because these courses are so rich, they're going to feel like more than one course. There's even been a theory that you can actually drive them backwards, which would be crazy. Because of the Knockout Tour, you're effectively able to enter courses from different angles, and that is just awesome. And okay, we're getting a blue shelled here. So yes, maybe the 30 count seems small now, but it may not be, because if each course can be driven backwards, you can just double that number because it feels like a different course if it's backwards. I mean, of course, I do not know if they can be driven backwards, it just seems like it. And yeah, actually on that note, of course, courses must relate to the cups. There's also the Grand Prix cups like usual, and then there are the Knockout Tour cups, which are brand new. And they, I guess, reuse courses from the Grand Prix and then let you connect them together in a certain way. And it seems like there's more courses that you pass through. Oh, that was unfortunate. You pass through more courses in Knockout Tour than you do in Grand Prix. It looks like Grand Prix is about 4, which is usual, and then Knockout Tour is 5, I guess? Maybe I might be wrong about that. We'll have to see. Alright, wow, our first Rainbow Road. Probably one of the more, or the least liked. I actually really like this one at 150cc. At 200, it's a little too much. The curves here are very challenging, because here, if you do this mini turbo like that and get bumped off, you just fall off. Oh, that timing was terrible. Oh well. But yeah, speaking of Rainbow Road, we don't know what Rainbow Road will be like. They are clearly hiding it. Oh yeah, the broken item set. Which is pretty interesting. I guess at this point, the way games are, everything is just so spoon-fed to us. We just are like, oh, well, they're gonna just show it to us all at once. But Nintendo obviously didn't want to do that. They're like, we're gonna keep this a secret till the very end. Most likely. I doubt they're gonna do another direct or anything like that. It just seems a little too late when the game is only a month away. So, oh my goodness, this is not a great performance by me. Like I said, at 200 this course is a little too difficult. So yeah, I'm hoping maybe Rainbow Road won't just be simply one course. Maybe they're hiding it because it'll actually be like 4, so that it's a whole new cup in the sky. That would be very interesting, and I could see that adding a little bit more to the game that people are hoping for. Essentially a hidden cup. Wow, if only I used the star, I could have dodged all of this. Oh well. But we'll have to see, and that's part of the excitement of the learning of this game, Mario Kart World, is we don't know what Nintendo is doing exactly. They don't want to tell us everything. So, that's more incentive to just buy the game, which, is another topic of the initial price. Now, obviously, if you got the bundle, which outsold the non-bundled Switch by like 7-1 apparently, shoot, this is not going great. I might actually not get first place here. Oh, unless that blue shell helps me. I got third. Yikes. Oh well, doesn't matter. Obviously a lot of people saved $30 buying the bundle instead of buying the game outright. So that is great, and maybe that's why they decided to raise the base price of the game, because they figured they would make a lot less money with how many copies they would sell with the bundle. That was my thinking. So, now the fact that the bundle is a limited item, limited production thing, is really stupid. Nintendo seems to do that a lot recently, like with 3D All-Stars no longer being made or sold, even digitally, which is stupid. But thankfully I got one. But the bundle, I guess I get. They typically don't do bundles very long, or they do them for holidays or whatever. This being a launch thing is really interesting. I don't know if Nintendo's ever bundled the main Mario game at the launch. They've obviously done like Wii Sports with the Wii. I think the Wii U, maybe it got like one of those party games that I'm not familiar with, like Wii Party U or one of those other ones, Nintendo Life, I don't know. Oh, cow saved me, nice. But obviously, this is a big deal and is going to save a lot of people money. And also, speaking of cows and the fact we are in Moo Moo Meadows, the fact that the cow is not called Moo Moo is honestly so disappointing, guys. Come on, it's called Moo Moo Meadows. It means that the cows are named Moo Moos, not because they moo. But whatever, it is still hilarious that the cow is a racer. Something that probably nobody asked for, but is a super welcome addition anyway. And I think that's just funny. Nintendo obviously likes to make jokes and just do silly things. They're, the family-friendly gaming company, and that's great. They keep it clean while also making excellent games at the same time. And that's wonderful. And I couldn't, I wouldn't ask for anything different. You want violence and gore, go to PlayStation or Xbox. Nintendo, yeah, you'll never see Mario get brutally run over by a car or something. And on that note, the open world, something that I think people are sleeping on a little too much, is something I am so excited for. I could literally just see myself getting lost in the world, just driving around forever, just for fun, not even looking for any of the hidden panels or key switches or whatever, just driving around, having fun, finding tricks, just wasting time doing nothing, just having fun. Games like that are so much fun. Even Breath of the Wild, which I've played too much, when I have like a completed file, I love to just open it and go have fun. Just kill bokoblins, look at the environments, experience the weather, and whatnot. Oh, and weather, that's right. Weather is actually a factor in Mario Kart World now. It's actually something that may affect driving, like getting the road wet, or maybe hurting visibility or whatever. And day and night is another thing that has never been in this game, because each course has its own set time or weather so that it's the same every time. So that is another factor that makes the 30 courses maybe feel like more than 30, is depending on the time of day, if that affects anything, or the weather, which of course will. It could be a really big deal. And it also, if you're just driving around in the world, is something really cool. Just, while you're killing time, it starts to storm, or it turns to night because you were there for so long. Maybe, I wonder if even some parts of the land will be day and others night because of the world being so big. Probably not. That might be a little bit much to ask for, but it would certainly be cool, wouldn't it? And so, of course, since this game is so overhauled, even returning courses are pretty much unrecognizable to a degree, which, for some people I imagine is upsetting, but realistically, it's probably the only way they could do this. Because of how the mechanics have changed so drastically, they had to change them enough to work. Otherwise, they would literally be boring, because they're like, oh, well, this is the way it was back on the 3DS or on the Wii or the DS, whichever one it was. And so there's no new rails, there's no new walls to jump on. So they had to change them. Like, Toad Factory, which I know lots of people were excited for. I don't know which game that came from. It wasn't one of the ones I got into, because again, 7 was my first. But it looks like it's probably from Wii. I think I've seen Toad's Factory used in Wii a lot. It looks very different, and people who have played it at these Nintendo events said it was very different. Which, again, makes sense because of the new changes. But hopefully for those people who are nostalgic about it, they will still get that nostalgic feeling even though it is different. Because I remember seeing there was like this shortcut you could take in the factory by like going on a rail, then jumping on a wall, then driving up the wall to then go somewhere else, which looked amazing. So obviously the courses themselves are going to be the highlight of the game. From people that got to play the game, they said, you know, that they found part of Knockout Tour or the Grand Prix where you got into a course to be the more interesting parts because of curves and the complicated locations and tricks and whatnot. That all makes sense. Obviously, maybe that's what's going to attract people more than just driving around on the road. And that's fine. That's what Mario Kart is. It's all about these curves, making optimal lines, using ramps like this, and flying around. And courses are going to give you that more than anything else. Because yeah, it looks like they're not off-roads, just the connected roads are pretty much just roads. The most interesting thing is when there are cars, boost panels, or the occasional cut you can do to save time or pass people. And, you know, maybe that will be boring unless people find new things to do in the meantime. Like the charge jump, people thought maybe that would be what you do in between, but it seems like the charge jump, because you gain airtime, which always slows you down in these games, it's not the best way to do it. Driving normally is still faster than charge jumping, even though you land in a mini turbo. Because obviously like this, the mini turbo makes you faster, but because you slow down so drastically in the air, the difference is actually slower. Oh, dang it, I couldn't get that out in time. The difference is actually slower than just driving normally. So that's kind of a shame, but whatever. Maybe Knockout Tour won't be the more popular thing, even though it is new. What are you gonna do? But, oh wow, mushroom in second, that's pretty nice. We'll just have to wait and see. And maybe things will be different every time when you drive. It's nice, I got that. Sorry, I had to focus. Maybe things will be different when you drive between courses depending on day or weather. It seemed like in the demos, it looked like that was off. I never saw the time change or the weather start or stop. So, again, maybe like obstacles like cars or enemies may differ every time or as you go. Maybe new ones will arrive, some will leave. It's hard to say, but we'll just have to, again, wait and see, as annoying as that is. But it's just less than a month away. Just gotta get past May and then we'll be racing like never before. Oh my goodness. Well, that was actually kind of cool. The shock gave me invincibility right after I got that jump, so it didn't slow me down too much. Whew. Alright, another good race in the bag. Alright, Donut Plains. Oh yeah, that's right. Aren't the 3 of these like classic SNES courses kind of combined in the new Mario Kart World from what I saw? It looks like they all... I'm not sure if they like one race is between all 3 or if you can race each one separately like normal. But I do know that they all exist in the same location on the world map. they just kind of share that chunk of land, which is pretty cool. It's like a novelty, like this is where we started, and that's just wonderful. Nintendo usually does that sort of thing, which is great. It just makes you appreciate how things used to be and how much better or worse they are now, but I'm pretty sure that this game, Mario Kart World, is going to blow people's minds. It's already blown my mind and I haven't even touched it yet. I'm just so excited. I can't stop thinking about it. In fact, it's hilarious. When I secured my pre-order on the day, which was April 24th, it was actually still the 23rd when I got it because of my time zone. That's just a star. I thought that was a red shell. Come on, oh god, no, Rosalina, stay behind me. Dang, her star got her almost past me. But anyway, the pre-order that I snagged, I was terrified that it was going to get canceled on me, because apparently that was happening to people initially, that they thought they got it, and then they got an email very shortly after, at least, saying, oh, your pre-order was canceled, or the payment didn't go through, or something like that, which is devastating. You think you secure the thing, and then all of a sudden it's not. I mean, that is just heartbreaking. So I was like checking my purchase history with Walmart every like 5 minutes, and then after that, even to this day, I check it every day just to make sure it's still there. I mean, you know, almost a month later, if they canceled it, I don't know what they'd be doing, but I highly doubt that will happen. So yes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to play the game day one, and I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to learn everything there is. I hope plenty of you guys watching maybe got one if you wanted one. If you didn't, it seems like some people are just kind of fed up with Nintendo, with the prices, which, you know, is a shame, but I don't blame them. I'm just not one of those people, and that's fine. Everybody's different. Again, like I said before, you gotta fight negativity with positivity. So we're just gonna stay positive and enjoy the video game. And everybody can do that at their own pace. Whether you're a casual racer, it doesn't matter to me. Just enjoy the game, and you know, you've got your money's worth. That's all that matters. You play alone, you play with friends, you play online, you know, race as optimally as possible, or you just drive around in the world. It does not matter. As long as you're having fun, then you are getting your money's worth. What the heck happened there? Did the red shell give up? Or did it hit something? I don't know. That was pretty good. Whew, man, these races, I'm doing pretty well. And yes, I'm live commentating and racing. So yeah, if I pause or go quiet for a moment, it's because I'm focused. But as far as the Switch 2 itself, you know, I've talked plenty about Mario Kart World, and there's probably more that I want to say, I just can't think of it right now. The Switch 2 itself looks great. They basically did what everybody asked, technically. They just wanted a bigger, stronger Switch. And that's what they did, and they literally named it appropriate, just the Switch 2. Not, I don't know, the way they used to do, like the Switch U or something weird like that. It's literally just an upgraded Switch, and the price of it, I think, is very fair. Considering that other main consoles are $500, this thing is $50 less. It appears, we don't know for sure, but it appears to be roughly as strong as a PS4 Pro, which is still great. I mean, you can still play some of the latest PlayStation games on it to this day. It's still a powerhouse, and being that the Switch 2 could be that in a handheld is impressive. And the screen that they gave, 120 hertz monitor, native screen. I don't even have a monitor or TV that does 120 hertz. I just never really bothered. I'm just about size and resolution, not frame rates. But the fact that they stress that the thing can do that is unbelievable. It's so not Nintendo, but I'm so for it. I'm glad that they care about hardware all of a sudden, because that's something people complain about. I mean, we all know official Nintendo first-party video games struggle on the Switch, which is really pathetic. They gotta either dork down the graphics or upgrade the hardware to make it run smooth. That is the bare minimum. Make it run smooth. And sometimes it just can't even do that. But it looks like this thing will not have a problem anymore, especially for third parties. And wow, just like that, we have done another 12 races, and only got third place once and first every other time, so alright. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to join me next time when we do the next 12 races, or 3 cups if you want to think of it that way. But I've really been enjoying talking about the new Nintendo stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening. Thanks so much for watching.